Tell me where the bomb is. 10 seconds or you're dead. Interesting.
I just have always loved them because they're exciting, they're you know, action-packed, but they're also very stylish, and I love the international travel aspect of it. But for me also, it just felt like the perfect arena to do a comedy and not a spoof. We've seen plenty of Johnny Englishes and Austin Powers, and I think those are very funny, but I didn't have any desire to do that. I've always wanted to make a spy movie, but I do comedy, and so I thought, well, how can I make a real spy movie and still make it funny?
I'm the only one who knows where that nuke is. Well, then in that case, I'd say you'd better start.
It was incredibly important. It's the first question I asked Paul when I called him right after I begged him to do it. My first question was, will she always be smart? Will she stay incredibly smart, incredibly capable, and strong in that way? And he said, absolutely. It's really the only way it will work. And I think that's important. I mean, there are a lot of women that are agents and a lot of women that are spies, and they're doing that job. And I certainly didn't want to try to dumb down. I mean, I think it would damage the whole thing. I mean, what's interesting is that job is rather amazing. So to dumb it down would really be chipping away at a great character.
Intercepted chatter that Raina Boyanov knows where that nuke is. She knows the identity of all our agents. We need someone to find the bomb without being detected, but it can't be any of you. We need someone invisible.
I'll do it.
Okay. Thanks, lunch lady.
I'm serious.
Don't let me down, Cooper.
I will not. I will let you up.
Stop talking.
I will let you up.
Sorry, Jason. She's better than you are. I mean, come
well,
on.
I knew that already.
You play a sort of inept agent, and funny enough, I know that Paul wrote the script with you in mind, and
That's
not
right.
Melissa actually.
With a gun to his head.
He did. But see,
This was a great relief for me to do something that wasn't contained and restricted, and you know, you could pump him up to whatever level that you wanted to get him to. And there's a lot of fun to be had when you're doing that kind of thing. You know, it's. I think Rick Ford is such a good character. I mean, when Paul was describing him to me, I didn't want to play like an idiot, just some useless spy that couldn't do anything, because I think that would have just been too sort of on the nose, just me being in a comedy and then just falling on my face every 5 minutes. So I think Rick Ford is a very strong, capable spy, and obviously he tells everybody that. But I think his compass is a little bit off. He just turns up at the wrong time. He's in the wrong place all the time. He's just the worst card player. I'm saving you! I'm a real spy. I once drove a car off a freeway on top of a train while I was on fire. Not the car. I was on fire.
Kind of starting to freak me out. Well, it was, yeah. When I first read it on the page, she was really fantastically three-dimensional and great. And I think mine was always trying to balance out her skill level with her lack of confidence. Trying to make sure, and I think Paul and I talked about that a lot. So it was more nuancing that stuff. I added a lot of wigs. 'Cause I love me a wig. God help me, I do.
You'll be given a new identity.
Oh,
Cat lady. She's missing a shirt that says, I've never felt the touch of a man.
Ciao bella, come sta? Melissa's being modest. She came up with so many of her jokes on her own. Half the time she was like, it's just like that would come out, and it's like, oh, I always know when her funniest joke is coming, because she'll start to say something terrible, and then she'll stop and go like, I can't say that. It's too mean. It's like, you better say it. That's where the line, you fucked that monster once, you just drop the mic and walk out came from.
Poor little pathetic Susan. My father used to bring people here.
did he also make you dress like a slutty dolphin trainer?
Of alcohol, you know.
yeah, let's hear the truth, Jason. Yes, we want to know.
Just super, super drunk all the time. It is not a very serious set. Paul Feig runs a set. I think how he lives his life. He is a happy, smart, joyful guy, and that's exactly how his sets are. I mean, the only problem is how 3 out of 10 takes Paul will ruin because he's laughing out loud. Just sitting really close to where we're shooting, like laughing at the top of his lungs. We're like, Paul, we're shooting. But if that's your worst problem, that your director is like loving what's going on and laughing out loud, I mean, that is a really good day at work. Most of those scenes, it was Jason in a wig and a prosthetic mask of myself, and I think he did a great job, and that's why I could pull it off. No, but you know, he'll say no, that he didn't give me any advice, but it was really fun to watch him, to get to watch Jason up close. I'll just pretend like you're not here. Yeah. To get to watch him up close do those sequences and see how fast and precise he is with that stuff, and that there's a real, you know, specific, cool way to do it was pretty fun.
So you didn't give her any advice?
No, who am I to give advice to anyone? I mean, it's like, no, it's. I think everyone's doing the same sort of thing, and everyone knows what they're doing. I mean, that kitchen fight is one of the greatest action sequences I've seen, yeah. And I mean, I don't think I've been training, doing years and years, my whole career. You know, to have that comic edge that I mean, it's easy to take guys out and to, you know, put them on the ground and do it stylishly and, you know, walk out there with a cool expression. But to do that, and on top of that, have that, you know, the facial expression of all those little moments that come within that is so funny. And to put that in with all those things, I wouldn't be able to do that, no way. So I'm now getting tips from Melissa.
I don't think I can pick a favorite. I mean, half of the joy of that movie is that I got to do all of it. I mean, hanging from a helicopter for 3+ days with Jason, like many times I kept screaming down, like, whoa, if you told me this is what I would be doing 10 years ago, I would have said you were insane. And then fighting and like just in argument, all of it. I think it's the combination. The fact that I get to do all that stuff and stay inside this one, you know, woman is beyond awesome. So I can't pick a favorite.
Was there one for you, Jason? One that you got a great kick out of playing?
Like you said, it's hard to isolate any of them. They're all very great moments that we have fun with. You know, getting caught in bed with Melissa by her kids. I got to say that tickled me.
The only time my husband and my children, it was all closed. There was like a big curtain around that whole set. No one said anything, and my husband walked in with my 2 young daughters, and Jason and I are in bed, and one of them said, "Are you tired, Mama?" And he said, "Yes, Jason and I are taking a nap."